The success of WordPress, I mean, it seems kind of obvious, doesn't it? But when you really start to dig into the numbers, the sheer scale of its dominance is, well, it's pretty staggering. So let's explore how it actually got there.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. In this explainer, we're going to cover how WordPress managed to achieve its insane market dominance. We'll break down its core advantages, and we're going to clarify the single most important distinction that honestly every single professional needs to know.
First up, let's talk market dominance. Look, to even begin to understand the why, you've got to start with the what. And the numbers behind WordPress's market share, they're almost hard to believe. They really set the stage for everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, just let this sink in for a second. Around 43%, that's 43% of all websites on the entire internet running on WordPress. I mean, that's not just a big number for a platform, that's practically a foundational piece of the web itself.
And it gets even crazier. If we narrow our focus just to websites that use any kind of content management system, that number just jumps to an incredible 65% market share. You know, this isn't just leadership, that's outright dominance. It's not even a competition at that point.
So, yeah, that leads to the really big question, right? How on earth did one single platform manage to capture such a massive piece of the web? Well, the answer isn't just one simple feature. It's really a powerful mix of strategy and community.
All right, so let's break down these pillars of its success. It really all comes down to three core things that work together perfectly. Its whole open source philosophy, its incredible flexibility, and of course the massive ecosystem that just exploded around it.
And here's the crucial point, right? Being free and open source, it's not just about saving money on license costs. It's about freedom. It means you have complete independence. There's no vendor lock-in because you, and only you, own your site and your data. And the best part? It's all supported by this massive global community of developers who are constantly building, improving, and securing the whole thing.
And all that flexibility, it creates this incredibly broad appeal. I mean, just look at this. It doesn't matter if you're a total beginner or a global enterprise, a solo freelance dev or a huge agency. The platform just scales to meet your needs. For professionals, it's a 5-star tool, plain and simple.
Okay, so now let's get practical. How do professionals actually build with WordPress day to day? Well, it really boils down to two key parts of that ecosystem we mentioned. You've got themes for the foundation and then page builders for the actual design work. So when it comes to themes, you've basically got two main paths. First, there's the official directory over WordPress.org. You'll find over 10,000 free themes there, all vetted for security. But for real professional work, premium themes are pretty much the standard. We're talking marketplaces like ThemeForest or vendors like Elegant Themes. And the reason is simple. They come with way more advanced features, dedicated support when you need it, and crucially, regular updates.
So this here is a look at the typical production workflow. And you know what? It's remarkably straightforward. You get your hosting sorted, you do a one-click WordPress install, super easy, and then the fun part begins. You pick a theme for your foundation, you add all the functionality you need with plugins, and then you start building out the actual content. It's this reliable, efficient cycle that agencies have literally perfected over the years.
Okay, listen up. If you only take one single thing away from this entire explainer, please let it be this. Understanding the difference between WordPress.org and WordPress.com it's absolutely fundamentally critical for any serious project. No exceptions.
All right, let's break this down. On one side, you've got WordPress.com. The easiest way to think of it is as an all-in-one hosted service. Yeah, it's simpler, but that simplicity comes at a huge cost. Major restrictions on your plugins, your themes, and just your overall control. Then, on the other side, you have WordPress.org. This is the real deal, the self-hosted, open-source software. With this one, you choose your own hosting, which gives you absolute freedom and total control over every single aspect of your site.
And honestly, this quote just sums it up perfectly. WordPress.com is a site builder. WordPress.org is the real WordPress. That's it right there. The .com version is a simplified service, kind of like a walled garden. The .org version? That's the powerful, professional-grade software that pretty much every serious business and developer relies on.
So the verdict here is crystal clear. For any professional project, I mean any project where you need control, flexibility, and the ability to scale, the choice is always WordPress.org. End of story. It is the foundation for serious web development.
Okay, so finally, let's talk about the future. In a tech world that seems to change every 5 minutes, why does WordPress have such staying power? I mean, is it still a sound choice for the long haul?
And the answer to that is a resounding yes. Look, its longevity is basically guaranteed because it's an open standard, not some proprietary product owned by one company. What does that mean? It means there's a huge talent pool of developers out there. And most importantly, it has evolved. It's not stuck in the past. It integrates seamlessly with modern tech. We're talking headless CMS architectures using its REST and GraphQL APIs, all the way to AI tools and modern front-end framework.
And that really brings us to our final takeaway here. WordPress isn't just some popular tool or a passing fad. We're talking about more than 2 decades of nonstop growth and adaptation. It has cemented itself as a fundamental open standard of the web. It's a reliable and truly future-proof foundation for, well, for whatever comes next.